I've been with James R. ever since I was 20 years old, and I'm an old woman now. And we've come through a lot of changes. You know, y'all saw that 1984 truck. That wasn't our first auction truck, but we kept that one because that was the same year Jay was born, and I'm glad we did now. All our career, he was the leader. I stayed in the background. He had a natural, God-given talent to be an auctioneer. I'd never been to an auction in my life till I met him. First auction I went to was down in Clinton, Kentucky, and I just went. I was in college and I was working, and a friend went with me down. And you know how ringmen have done, you see them, yep, yep, yep. Well, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't yep, yep now, you're not on my payroll. But back then, I went to that auction and I was like, what on earth, are these people mad? Yep, yep, yep. And I was like, oh my gosh. So that night when James finished the auction, this was before cell phones, he called me and he said, well, what did you think? And I'm like, what were those men mad about? What were they yelling about? He's like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, yes, they were. And he said, they're catching bids. And then he had bug shield. Y'all ever see bug shield? In fact, that 1984 truck has a bug shield. It said the selling machine. I said, do not come after me with anything that says the selling machine on it. That sounds arrogant and redneck. Don't do it. He borrowed his brother's car and he came to get me, and I said, why do you have that on your truck to say the selling machine? That's arrogant. He said, let me tell you something. I said, you're bragging. And he said, it's not bragging if you can back it up. And he could back it up. And I'm not just saying that because it's my husband. He did have a talent, and he was the selling machine.